Okay, welcome to part two of Nerds with Badges for March 1st, 2025. I did the first part of this video yesterday, um, and for some reason, the camera, this is the weirdest thing. It, I was 17 minutes in, about 17 minutes in, I was talking about my web series, and I think I was talking about um, the different web series and how everything started, and how I'm doing the comic books based on it or something. But anyway, I got 17 minutes in, and all of a sudden they just stopped recording. And the video, I kept clicking on the video, uh, trying to find the folder that it was in. I found the folder, I clicked on the video, and it would play, but I wasn't able to like move the file. And then the file just like, it just was gone. Um, Somehow it kept, when I was trying to upload the video to YouTube, and it kept saying there's an error with the folder, with the file or something. And the file literally was it just disappeared. It was no longer there in the folder. And I checked the recycle bin just on a whim, and lo and behold, it was there. So I restored it, and I don't know what the hell. I don't know what is that. Is just really crazy. I tried to restore the file because you can take something from the recycle bin and just move it out. So I did that. Did it a couple of times, and the file, it would I couldn't upload it to YouTube. I didn't try Facebook, but I was like, what? I tried copying the file, and it really wasn't working. Finally, it let me copy the file onto my desktop, the ghost file, I'll call it. And I uploaded it onto TikTok, and then I think before TikTok, I didn't have a problem uploading the video, but I used a Clipchamp app that Microsoft has now. That I guess is their new app that they use for recording stuff. I don't know. I guess that's replacing the other method, the where you just click the Windows and G and you get to record what's on your screen. Anyway, I used to use that a lot on my Lenovo Legion Go, but man, I tell you, it just feels kind of cumbersome. First of all, when you're working with the touch screen, and you're using Windows, it's a little weird on the handhelds. That's something that people keep talking about, trying to use Windows on the handhelds. I do have a portable keyboard that unfolds that I have for my Asus ROG Ally, but I gotta maybe I need to just bring that home with me because I keep it usually just leave it here at work. I could use it with my Lenovo Legion Go because it would make using it a lot easier. It's wireless. Uh, but yeah, that was my weird experience with the file. So I uploaded the Nerds with Badges episode from yesterday, and the audio was off. And when I uploaded it on the TikTok, you can't really go back and edit your videos on TikTok. If there's a way, I don't know. So I had the videos there, but it says Nerds with Badges, and then it says Windows, the name of the file when it's raw before you title it, but the audio is off. So I just took it off of TikTok, but I kept it on YouTube. Um, yeah, man, I tell you, sometimes trying to record stuff, you run into all kinds of things you have to troubleshoot. Because I did a video yesterday on my Xbox One when I was able to get it to work on my recording um, box that I have. And I went back and I watched the recordings. I was playing Doom and just Doom Eternal, and man, I tell you, that game is really hard when you get towards the end. And I played for probably an hour at least, just trying to get past. I finally got past this one level I was stuck on forever, and then it just got. It was like right out of the frying pan into the fire, literally. So I went back and I watched the videos, and man, the sound is like all weird and like glitchy. So I don't know if that's some anti-copy thing going on, or just more crappy, um, you know, Xbox One. I mean, I have fond feelings for the system, but man, was it a missed opportunity. I mean, it was underpowered in a lot of ways. I remember trying to play Monster Hunter Worlds on it, and how washed out the visuals looked, and how slow the characters were moving. I do believe that most games, given time, can be optimized to run on it on just about anything. I mean, I really believe that. I think the Switch has proven that, because Hogwarts Legacy needed extra time to be on the Switch. Doom Eternal, those games run on the Switch. Mortal Kombat One, which I'm still playing, because I finished it. Now I'm playing through the second part that they added, the Chaos Reigns, and that game was a Mortal Kombat One was a buggy mess on the Switch when it first came out. I mean, it was just embarrassing. And NetherRealms, they basically apologized, and they promised to fix the game. And the patches, I should say, which still continue, completely erased everything. I mean, it replaced, if you have the cartridge to Mortal Kombat 1 and you put it in and you connect to the internet, the update's just going to replace the cartridge. Because if you play the cartridge without the updates, the game is pretty much unplayable. So that's amazing that they have patched that game. I think that's the biggest file that I have on my Switch. I think that's like, it's more than 40 gigs, I believe. I don't even think that Smash Brothers is that big a file. I don't know how big the newest Zelda was, but man, I was really shocked. So, jeez. Anyway, so this is part two of my video. This really was talking about my web series and Sons of Legend, and how um, it started with Sons of Legend, then it was Dragon Mank's Sons of Legend, and then it was the other series that I no longer have ownership of, which was Daughters of Legend, which I ended up having to replace because of the connected universe that I was building. This is kind of a long, crazy story, but I ended up losing ownership of one of my properties. It was a dumb mistake that I made. Um, I will never make that mistake again. With you know, probably have said this a million times, but if you have a project, property, and you do bring in investors, don't let people change your shit, because then it's not really yours anymore. Do not give people creative control of your stuff, even if you have to like save up money and produce it yourself. Do that, because it's just like it's just not worth it, because you hate yourself in the end. Yeah. It's a lot of horror stories, of course. People losing ownership of their stuff being stolen. Um, it's a weird. I can't even imagine just taking somebody else's stuff and just trying to like, you know, put it out there. But it happens all the time. And then you have people in Hollywood. You hear all these horror stories about artists who actually, a lot of people that I grew up listening to musically, may not even have ownership of their music, and might not even be getting royalties. They may have to go out and do tours and stuff, because they, to keep up their lifestyle, just so they can live, really, because they're not getting paid anything by the record labels. You hear all these horror stories. But yeah, just as an artist, you got to stick to your guns with your stuff, because it's yours. I mean, it's a part of who you are. Don't let other people take control of your stuff. So if it just takes a little longer to do it, do that. unless you just don't really care much about that property and it's just something you can just create stuff. If you have that kind of, if you can do that, I want to put this out, but it's not really, I'm not gonna really trip off of it. You know, I can just put this out and then just sell it, and maybe I can take the money from that and put it onto something else that I really, really like. But yeah, but it wasn't. It really hurt me for a long time. Um, so I'm doing a connected universe. That was always my plan from the beginning when I started my web series. So it's interesting that James Gunn is doing that with the DC. He's saying that everything is going to be connected. The comics, the movies, the cartoons. Really be nice if they can pull it off. Even have video games tying in. It's a shame that Wonder Woman got canceled, but yeah, here we are. So I'm gonna have my comic book adaptation of the script. Hopefully, I can have that done before the month is out. I have an artist actually that lives in Africa that's going to be doing the artwork for me. Then I'll probably have someone else do the lettering. And I don't know if I don't think he colors stuff. I can't remember. He did work for me before. This guy. So it'll probably the script is 2 pages, but when he draws it, it may end up being maybe like maybe 5 or 6 pages. There's just dialogue and there's action. So that'll be good that I'll have that I can present when I do my Kickstarter for Sons of Legend, which I hope to start filming sometime in the summertime. And I gotta look around for locations and go through the whole audition process. Um, yeah, auditions can be cool. You get to meet the actors and have them show you what they can do. It's been a long time, so it's gonna be something. Getting back into that again.